Let's see. Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm trying to make sure you can actually see my whole head and not just like part of it. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. I hope you can hear me. I think my microphone's on. I'm a few minutes early, but I thought I'd go ahead and hop on since I'm sitting right here anyway. So, hello, everybody. Just a reminder during the chat, which I feel like there's not very many people in here right now, but during the chat, you do have to be subscribed to leave a comment and you have to be subscribed for at least 5 minutes. I have found that really helps out the spam trolls. So, hello, Erlene, Alex, David's on, Casey, Pam, Selena, Susie. Hey guys, long time no see. Hi, Kim, Susan, Sarah, Ashlyn, Carissa, Christine. I hope, yes, I'm glad YouTube notified you. I have no idea why it chooses to sometimes do it and sometimes not. Hello, Ina, Luna, Valeria. Oh, that's a pretty name. Welcome, everybody. We are live. So, Ashlyn, you're tired, girl. You just got home from work. I am tired too. I am tired. But anyway, the kids are good. We just got them. They're in bed. David's out there like keeping guard to make sure nobody gets out of bed. But they're good. Hi from Arkansas. We're supposed to be getting possibly some snow. It's like a big question mark. It's possible. Like the schools are like on alert. And if there's snow or ice, then they'll do virtual learning. They sent home everything to do virtual learning. But if we don't get anything, then they're going to have school. So we don't know. Yeah, can you not believe that Mark is going to be 3 in just a couple of weeks? Y'all, I'm just not. I mean, who all was here when I was pregnant with him? Like that does not feel like it's been that long ago. And it's now he's turning 3. Like he's no longer a baby. It's just crazy. PM, you guys are gonna have a district day. Oh, thank you so much, Christine, for the super chat. I think did they call them super chats now or super thanks or something? Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. David likes to do jokes. So he's saying, is it Arkansas or Arkansas? Like, come on, it's Arkansas. Nobody says Arkansas. Right? Katie, hey, long time no see, girl. You were here when I was pregnant. Yeah. It felt like yesterday, honestly. Oh, he has to drive to Indiana tomorrow. That's a really bad day to drive here. We're supposed to get like we're south, so I think we're gonna supposedly not get it as bad as some places north. So we'll see. But it's possible we could get more of the wintry mix, which makes the road conditions scary. So hey Sarah. How's the fasting? Yes, the fasting is going great. It's going like I'm tired of like just bragging about it to you guys because truly it's going great. I just love it. I love it. I love like having something that actually works for me. It's been awesome. Yeah, we do need to invest in a shovel. We have not hardly had that much snow. When we first moved here, like we were just visiting the town, there was so much snow. Like the weekend we came to visit, like over a foot. And then we've gotten a little bit here and there. Oh, thank you, Luna, for the other super chat. It used to be called super chat. Thank you so much. That really does warm my heart. But then we've gotten just a few inches here and there. We really haven't ever gotten a lot of snow. So we don't have a shovel or anything. But you know, it is what it is. We've lived without it, but I did see some at Walmart, or was it Walmart or maybe it was Lowe's, and I thought that'd probably be a good idea to have that, but we don't. Yeah, Mark's pregnancy was a surprise for all of us. It truly was. I heard like the rumor mill that was going around was that like we weren't really surprised and we did it just for fake. No, we were truly surprised. You can tell if you go back and watch when I surprised David with a pregnancy test. You can truly see the shock and fear on his face and my face. It was a scary time, but it was a good surprise. I can't imagine our life without little man. If you guys have a question, a comment, anything, ask away. You do have to be subscribed for at least 5 minutes before it'll let you comment. Just that helps with the trolls. I'm glad YouTube has that option now because I feel like when we used to do lives, there was no option like that I saw anyway, and that really does help. So, oh, Florida has a cold spell. Oh, wow. 41. I think that's like close to what it was here. Wow. I mean, I think we were in the 30s at 5 a.m., but still, we were in the 40s later on in the day. That is cold for Florida. Casey, you did a 21-day fast with your church and you feel so much closer to the Lord. Yes, spiritual fasts are amazing. And honestly, that's kind of what got me into fasting. I just felt so good, like not only spiritually, but like my physical body. And I think there's so many benefits to it. And I don't think it's a coincidence that the Bible tells us so many times to fast. Um, I feel like it's really, really healthy for us. Hey Haley and Jessica. You guys remember when the announcement? Oh, oh, that's a good idea. You invested in a plow guy. That is a good business idea, like, oh man, people would pay to not have to do that. Um, yeah, surprise babies are fun. It's like and for us, it was so shocking because we truly were starting over. Do you guys remember the 1 year? I had 1 year before I got pregnant where both the kids were in school and I was just home during the day and I worked doing YouTube and paparazzi and all this stuff and I had all this time to like clean my house. Like we truly completely started over with diapers and bottles and it was a hard transition because we kind of were out. I mean, my kids were potty trained and like self-sufficient in a lot of ways and school. And then we started all over and it was so fun though. But yeah, it was a surprise. How's Nate doing in school? He's doing great. Nate loves school. Like he on the weekends he counts down to school coming back. So um I mute my phone because it's going to keep going off. But yeah, he counts down to when he can go back to school. So he loves it. He loves it. I think it's the routine of it. He's always loved school and he's always had really good schools. And that's honestly with like us and this move that's probably, I mean, it's probably going to happen in the future sometime. You know, he's done so well. He's been in technically he's been in 3 different school systems. He's been in more like 4 different schools. And, the first time we moved, I was terrified that he wasn't gonna transition well. Actually, if you count Texas, he was in preschool in Texas. But I was terrified when we left Georgia that he was just gonna have a hard time transitioning. We had such great teachers in Georgia. But honestly, like everywhere we've gone, we've had great teachers, and he's always like been the easiest one to transition. So anyway. Let me see if there's anything else. Um, you got nervous during that pregnancy. That was a real reaction. Like, we truly were scared to death because when we announced that we were pregnant, or when I found out I was pregnant, we were in a small apartment with two, like, we had 3 bedrooms, but there were little rooms. Nate had one and Lucy had one and we had one, a teeny apartment. Our cars, we didn't have like a van or anything. Like we wouldn't be like, I'm like, we don't have a car that fits all of us. We don't have a house that fits all of us. We don't have any extra money. It was truly like, what? What? It was scary, y'all. And as soon, it took us a day or 2 and we're like, of course God's gonna take care of it. But there was a few days there where we were truly scared. Okay. Um, Hi from Minnesota. It's snowing in the Beaumont. Wow, Minnesota. Wow. I bet you guys get a lot of snow. Sarah, your church had 21 days of fasting and you fasted the news. That's a good thing to fast. I fast mostly the news like every single day, every single day of the year because I hate it. It just gives me anxiety. and it's never good news. They just replay the same, like, negative stuff, and I hate it. Like, I just hate the news. It's never good. Um, okay, I'm trying to get to all of you. Thank you, Jess's Life and Dolls, for another super thanks. Thank you, guys. That is so sweet of you. Okay, let's see. I need to get back up here and see what I've missed. Aw, Carissa, you feed 50 community cats every night and it's cold feeding them. That's so sweet of you. How nice. Um, yes, everybody say hi to David. He's watching from the living room because he's keeping an eye on the kids. We don't need to like have them running around and trying to escape bedtime. Um, you're doing the Daniel fast, 7 more days to go. Girl, we've done the Daniel fast many times and it is hard. I will say the Daniel fast was harder for me than just not eating because as soon as I start eating, I want all of the things. I want the pizza and all of that. And just eating like Daniel fast is like just veggies and fruit like that. It's very hard, but you were almost there. You were almost there. Yeah. We were all thinking, "What are we gonna do?" Aw, thank you for the sweet, sweet super chat, $20 Gabba Gabba beat. Thank you. That you guys are gonna make me cry tonight. Thank you so much. That is so sweet of you guys. You do not have to do that, but I feel so blessed. Thank you. Um what is our plan with preschool for Mark now that we're finding a new church? Honestly, the school system here, he technically I think we're not even sure if he would qualify for it in terms of funding or if we would have to pay out of pocket for it. I wasn't really sure. It depends. We hadn't really looked into it that much. But David and I had just talked about it. He would be 3 going into it in the fall, and we honestly were gonna wait 1 more year, and we had just decided he's only 3, let's wait 1 more year and let him go to preschool when he's 4. I mean, 3 is just so little, and I love having him home, and, so we decided to just let him start at 4. So now it's not a big deal, like, wherever we go, I feel like there'll be preschool options when he's 4. Um, and actually, maybe more options than there are here. There's not a lot of preschools here. We're in a small town. So we'll see. I feel like every time I think about what about this, what about that, I know that God, if he moves David to another job, God is going to also think about our kids. Like he doesn't be like, well, this is the best thing for David, but the kids are going to be I'm not going to care about what that happens to them. Of course not. Like God's going to care about all of this. So I'm trying not to worry, but I do think it's really not a big deal because we weren't going to do it probably at 3 anyway. I just feel like if there was like a Mother's Day out program or something like that, but just straight up preschool all day, I just think 3 is kind of young. So that's kind of what we were thinking. You just rewatched all the videos from the last cruise. Oh, that was so much fun. That is some of my favorite YouTube vlogs is our cruise. Oh my gosh. I would go back tomorrow if I could. It was so much fun. We did a cruise for our honeymoon and then we did a cruise. I think it was our 8th year anniversary. So it's been several years ago. It's been like 5 years ago. But it has been so fun. I wish we could well, we are definitely going to do it again. I don't know when or how or what, but we are going to do it again one day. Ashlyn, how long has Nate lasted in regular education classes? It varies. Sometimes he stayed up to like 30 minutes at a time in there, which is really good for him. So it just varies on his mood and like if he's not in the mood, they don't push him to, but they're working up. I think we started with like 5 minutes of him sitting. They wanted him sitting in the regular classroom and doing independent work without like getting up and distracting others. And he's been able to do it up to 30 minutes is the last I heard. So I think that's really, really good. And I think they were hoping for maybe by the end of the year for him to be up to an hour, which would be huge. But he has so much support at that school and they're awesome there. So yeah, David's watching from the other room. Yeah. He's the best. He's the best. Okay, let's see. Okay. You remember the apartment we were in? Yes, our little apartment. And then when Mark like I was like 6 months pregnant or something, or maybe more than that. We moved to another apartment in the same complex that had 4 bedrooms. God, the way God just orchestrated that to where they told us, like, there's no 4 bedrooms that are gonna be opening, like, there's nothing, and then all of a sudden there was, and it was on the ground floor, and it was just, like, totally a God thing, and, we moved to that apartment, and then we stayed there till Mark was, like, 5 months old, and then we moved to Alabama, so we've done a lot of moves. We're really good at moving. Oh, man. Thank you so much, Cashin. We are open to, like, other like, a Christian church or a non-denominational church, but David is ordained with the Assemblies of God, so our first preference would be to stay with the Assemblies. Um, but, whatever God wants is what we want too. So, I mean, we'll see. Um, okay, it keeps, like, scrolling me past to where I was. What are Lucy's favorite hobbies? She loves reading, and she also loves art. She loves music because she plays the piano. She also loves Legos, anything like that, like building stuff. She's very good at art. I am terrible at art, but she's really good. I'm trying to, like, look at the camera and not at myself or the comments, and it's really hard. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, man. Okay. You were born at 24 weeks and 1 pound, 6 ounces, and you had open heart surgery at the age of 3 and a lot of eye surgeries, and you're living a breathing. That's amazing. I'm so glad you're here, Casey. I had a lot of health problems my whole entire life. I had some when I was born. My mom was pregnant with me. She was on bed rest for 4 months. Um, I had a heart my one of my heart valves didn't close or something when I was born. I was in the NICU over Christmas because I was a Christmas baby, and they finally found out what it was going on and were able to give me the medicine to make it close. If you haven't seen my health playlist, you can search that. Maybe I can link it, but oh my gosh, like, I went through so much as a teenager, all the stuff, and, as scary as all of it was, I wouldn't be the person I am today if I hadn't gone through all that stuff, and, it sounds like you're a miracle, and, all of that stuff just makes you stronger, you know? Oh, you don't ever watch the news. I work in a jail. I see enough of the bad stuff. Yeah, you have to keep your mind in a good place, and the Bible says whatever is good, whatever is noble. That's what I've been trying to do. And David can tell you I've not been doing too good at it. Trying to keep in a positive mind frame and think about all the good things and not the negative things. But I do think that it's important because whatever you think about is going to be like the direction you're going to go, and that's why the Bible says for us to think on good things. And I think the news makes us be in a bad place, really. Oh, man. I know, Valeria. Somebody's calling me. Oh, that is Lucy's cousin. She probably doesn't think about the time difference and the fact that Lucy's in bed. Okay, she's gonna blow us up. Okay, let's see. Maybe that'll stop. I keep hitting decline. Um, Anyway, these 2 girls love to call each other. What was I saying? Valeria, you remember seeing the old vlogs and it shocks you how little Lucy and Nate are. One of my favorite things to do is go back and watch the old vlogs. Oh my gosh, it makes me cry because, like, Lucy is like 2 and 3 years old in some of them, and Nate is like 4 and 5. I mean, he looks so little. I'm so glad I have that footage and I can go back and watch them because it's like stuff I normally wouldn't video. It's not anything special. It's just like day-to-day life. And I forget so much of it until I go back and watch it. It's so cool. They want you to come in, honey, and say hi. If he wants to, he can. If the kids aren't giving him too much craziness out there. Oh, yeah, this picture they made at school. It's like a Christmas thing. You can see Nate's face. He's not really that thrilled about it. This was in 2021, so this was last year at Christmas. They made this and put it on a tile, but he's sort of smiling. So I have it right here. I thought it was really cute. And then this one is my little coaster. You guys, this is Lucy. I can't. And one year I made coasters as Christmas presents. They're just like tile you would get at Home Depot. And then you take a picture and you put Mod Podge over it. And we've had these since she was this little and they still held up. So, but it's such a hard thing as a mom to see your kids grow up. It is so hard. I mean, I'm glad they are, but um what is my intermittent fasting schedule? You've been doing OMAD 18:6. My average is a 2-hour window. Oh, that's awesome. Here lately, I've been doing about it vary. I will say my schedule varies a lot. I try to make it to at least 18 hours. Some days I break it before that. I don't really hold strict to it. But here lately, I've been going 22, 23 hours easy and eating about an hour usually is my eating window. I really like eating a lot at once. I know not everybody likes that, but I like eating like a big meal. And so I usually fast 22 or 23 hours and then eat. Sometimes I'll do a longer fast. Sometimes I'll do a shorter fast. I really try to vary it, but that's probably my average. David just wants to stay in the chat. Um, You want us to come to Maine? That would be really fun. I remember so I've been to all 50 states. My mom and dad took us to all 50 states, different vacations and stuff. We would do these long road trip vacations. And I remember going to Maine. And when we were visiting Maine, I don't know what city we were in, but it was snowing and it was summer. It was really weird. I think the people there thought it was weird too. But anyway, it was snowing. And we were in this indoor pool with like windows. You could see the snow coming down. And I remember thinking, this is so weird. It's summer, it's snowing, and we're in the pool. It was weird. Jesus always provides. Amen. Yes, he does. It's so hard when you're like type A, like me. David's not type A, and he also has a lot of faith. I have a lot of faith too, but I'm very type A and I'm a control freak, and I feel like I need to know everything. Now it's saying no caller ID. What in the world? I have no idea. That's probably a spam call. No caller ID. What was I saying? I like to know everything. I like to know where is it coming? Where's this going to come from? How is this going to work? What do we need to do? And sometimes God just tells you to wait and to be still and to not do anything and to wait on him. And that is extremely hard for me. Extremely hard. Thank you so much, Haley. Amen. I am blown. I will just say right now, and I keep saying it in the vlog, and I don't want to sound like disingenuous when I say this. I just want to say thank you to all of you who we're at 87 people watching right now. Holy cow. I just want to say thank you for all of the love. Truly, I knew that you guys would be supportive. I knew it. But before that video went up, I remember waking up like 15 minutes before the video was going to go up and just being really scared. Like, I don't know, like, this is really hard to share. I don't know how people are going to respond. I knew most of you would be really nice, but I had no idea that I would get hundreds of comments and love and prayers. Just the community we have here means so much to me, and you guys truly don't even know how much it means to me. And so I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. You mean so much to me, and I appreciate your support and your prayers. Like, we don't take that for granted at all. And I love you guys. Oh, your youngest daughter had a tight valve in her heart. Oh, that's interesting. I forget what, I have to get my mom to re-explain it. It's like one didn't open or they were, I don't know. That's something. And they had to give me like, I think it's like a steroid they give or something and it opens it. But I was really sick as a little baby and then sick as a teenager and scary times. I did not want to go back to that ever again. It was horrible. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the chat or any comments. Okay. Do all three kids get along oh my gosh, they get along so well. Now, of course, they're not perfect. They do fight sometimes. They'll fight over who has the iPad or who took somebody's toy or whatever, but 90% of the time they just get along so well. I was tucking Nate into bed and he said, "Where's Lucy?" He wanted her to sleep on his top bunk. And I said, well, she's going to sleep in her room tonight, but they want to be together all the time. It's so sweet. If you ask Nate, who's your best friend? He says Lucy every single time. And then Mark just thinks she hung the moon. He thinks she's like the coolest person ever. And it's just so sweet. You're surprised Layla hasn't come in. I shut the door. She probably would. If it's even cracked, she can like nudge it open if she's hanging out with David. Do you ever think you will ever vlog a 2 or 3 day fast just to experiment? I don't know. It is possible. I follow intermittent fasting foodie Jackie, and she did a 100-hour fast. And I always thought that would be interesting to see. Um, I don't know the longest I've done. I know I've skipped a whole day. It's been a while since I've done that. So I've gone like 36 hours or something, but I don't know. It'd be interesting. You never know. I really like fasting, so I just don't know how I would feel going that long. I'd probably be fine, honestly. All 50 states. I don't remember all of them in specifics. What did we do in Virginia? I don't remember. I don't remember Virginia. That was probably an earlier on one because we were in Alabama and it's kind of close. I remember really vividly when we went up north, like to Maine, New York, all of that. And then we did a long 2-week west trip. And I remember a lot of states in there. I'll have to ask my dad. He probably knows what he did in Virginia. Some states, I will say some states we just kind of drove through and didn't do a whole lot. And some states we stayed and, so. You never regret your past or struggles because you know that he's allowed me to go through it because you use your ministry. Yeah. That's what I say like about Nate having autism. I don't believe God calls Nate to have autism. And, I hate that he struggles and we struggle and it's hard. But because of our struggle, we're able to connect with other families. No caller ID again. They're spamming me. But we're able to connect and help other families, and God will use the bad stuff and he'll work it all for his good. Okay. Control freak needs to know everything. Honey, thank you. He knows I am. I really struggle, you guys, with feeling like if I control everything and I know everything and I have all of my ducks in a row, then nothing bad can happen, And it is really hard when you're that personality and then something like this happens. You're like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? And it's very anxiety inducing. But I think God is teaching me, what they call in the middle, in this middle time where we don't really know what's going to happen, that He is in control, and honestly, in my heart of hearts, I know it's all going to work out okay. I know that He has this. What scares me is just the unknown of how it's going to happen. Do you guys ever tell God like how it should happen? Like, well, if you would just do this, he probably just laughs at me, I'm sure. He created me, so he knows how I am, but I do want to lean into that faith muscle a little bit or a lot more. So my car warranty is expiring. That's true. Could be. Hey, everybody. Let's see. All the yeah, Maine, I just still remember that. Like, I can picture it vividly in my head, us swimming in the pool and the snow coming down. It was just like a really weird it was a really weird thing. Thank you so much, Crystal. Thank you so much. Yeah, Enza. I am always scared to drive. And like yesterday, I ventured out because we had zero milk. 0. I had, like, stretched it as far, and I was really kinda nervous, but the roads as soon as I got out, I'm like, "Oh, the roads are completely fine." But I'm always really nervous to drive in it, but if I'm home and we don't have anywhere to go and all of that, I'm like, "Let it snow. Just don't let us lose power." So, oh. Aw. I'm so sorry to hear that, Kayla. You seem to have health issues. I am so sorry to hear that. We'll be praying for you to grow out of it for sure. And I'm glad it's nothing life threatening. That's a good thing. But it's still like some of the things that aren't life threatening are still super hard to go through. So, um, thank you so much, Maddie. Cooking with the kids. That's a good idea. Maybe I can do that one day. Nate really likes to get in the kitchen like making pizza. He's in a real big pizza kick right now. I have no idea. This child, y'all, he's eaten so much food in the last like week. I don't know where he's putting it. Last night, no joke, he ate an entire box of macaroni and cheese, like a whole box. I gave him like half of it, which was a pretty big bowl. And then he got done and said, "More, please." I'm like, "What?" And so I gave him a little bit more and he finished that. And then I gave him the rest of it and he ate it all. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's growing. He's in some kind of crazy growth spurt. Um, Casey, there's some days that you're having a hard day with several palsy pain. Do you have any advice to help with that from the Lord? What really helps me is just to memorize Bible verses. A lot of times, because I have a terrible memorization, I'm not good at it. I will put Bible verses around my house. Like I'll put them on the door, I'll put them on the mirror, wherever, and just kind of renew myself and being connected with Him always helps because, when you're going through something like that, it's really, really hard. And you feel when you're weak, He can be strong. Also, worship music really helps me just to kind of take my mind off of it. But I'm sorry you're having to deal with that. Did you get to see the ocean? Yes, we did go to the ocean in California. I cannot remember where in California we went, but I remember seeing the water in California and being so surprised about the sand and how dark it was because I'm only used to like the Gulf of Mexico beach, and we have like white sand beaches. I remember thinking, this is so weird. It's just totally different. And then when me and David went on our honeymoon, we went out of California to cruise, and so we got to see a little bit more of it. Yes, it is kind of like the live jewelry shows. It's so fun. Like, we are definitely put my phone in the drawer. Honey, it's ringing on the computer. It's ringing on my computer because my phone is muted, but it's just ringing on the computer because it's connected or I don't know. What was I saying? Throw the whole phone out the window. It's ringing on my computer. It's so annoying because I had the phone muted. Um, but yeah, we are definitely going to be doing at least once a week lives. And also, here's a little preview of what's coming tomorrow just for you guys because I love you and you're here. I have started a Patreon page and I talk about it a lot in the vlog that's going up tomorrow. But there's different tiers. I don't want anyone to feel like obligated to join my Patreon, but I did want it a way to make more content for you guys. And so there's different tiers and there's some live chats in there that I want to do with like a smaller group of you and also some bonus videos and there's different stuff. So be looking tomorrow for that whole video. But here's a little bug in your ear. We're going to do some regular live chats on the channel for everybody. But then we're going to do live chats in the Patreon page. If you've never done Patreon, it's basically where your supporters pay like a monthly subscription. I try to keep the cost really low. If you're interested, again, no pressure at all. But it's really fun because the money, a lot more of the money goes to the creators in terms of YouTube. I get paid on the ads and I just don't get paid a lot for that. YouTube just does not pay a lot and it's even gone down. I don't know, like advertisers, I think everything's gone down with the, economy and everything. So this would be a way for me to make some extra money and actually provide more content for you. So anyway, be looking for that in tomorrow's vlog if you're interested. But we are still going to be doing live chats on here at least once a week because I've been having so much fun. Let's see. You tried the chicken salad chicken. It was delicious. Is that not like the best place? Who has had chicken salad chick? I am so obsessed with that place. My favorite is the Kicking Kaylin on wheat. I get it with no tomato, but I get the lettuce because I don't really like tomato. And then grape salad with extra toppings, y'all. Is my favorite thing. I'm totally obsessed with it. It's a very good thing we don't have one like in our town. But let us know what you tried. You forgot the name of it. It was supposed to be the spicy one. They have like a buffalo sauce one. And then they have what I like is the Kick and Kaylin, which is like sriracha, buffalo sauce, ranch. It's like all kinds of stuff. To me, it's not spicy. Like maybe a 4 or 5 out of 10. It has a little tiny kick, but it's not real spicy, but it has so much flavor. And then the grape salad is just so unique. So good. Okay, let's see. Oh, the jalapeno one. Yeah, it's not like jalapeno Holley or something. I've never tried that one. I think the Cake and Kaylin has jalapenos in it too, so I probably would like it. What state would you and David most like to live in or get a job offer in? It's hard because we really want to stay open to whatever God has for us. But in our hearts, if we could pick, we would definitely want to move closer to home, not further away. So both of our family lives in Alabama. At the end of the day, it would be awesome to be able to move closer to home, but we'll see. Um, I can't imagine having migraines with children. You seem to handle it well. Oh my gosh. Oh, you were in the COVID last year in the hospital for 14 days. I'm so glad you're okay. Migraines are straight from the pit of hell. They are horrible. And I will tell you, the biggest difference has been the medicine sumatriptan for me. Before that, there would be many days, and there still are occasionally where David would just have to help me. Like I cannot function. I'm like in the bed, like writhing around in pain. Um, but if I take the sumatriptan right when the migraine's starting to come on, they've been manageable and they usually go away. And knock on wood, but I haven't had one in a few weeks. And so I'm really hoping I would love to not have migraines. They are horrible. Pizza is good. Hey, Miss Judy. You watch Fasting Foodie too. Jackie is the absolute best, and what I love about her is she's so real. Like, if you watch a lot of fasting channels, they will tell you like, "Oh, I only eat keto, only eat this, only eat that. You shouldn't eat any processed foods. You should never." That's not realistic, you know? She eats real food. She eats healthy food, but she eats real food. Her food combinations, like we have mixed up the same taste or something. The cottage cheese, pepitas, and pistachios and black pepper 100% came from her. And the my new favorite thing, which is you take some toast, smash up some avocado on there, top that with cottage cheese, and then Mike's hot honey and crushed red pepper flakes. Oh my gosh. It is so good. And that came from her. And I just love her. I just love her channel. I love her whole philosophy of fasting. She's awesome. National Pizza Week was was the week of January 8th. Really? How did we miss that? Every week is pizza week for Nate. I mean, he seriously would eat it. The other night, I told y'all this, I think. I had a plate of cold pizza I was about to heat up for him, and he grabbed it from me and just ate it all cold. And it was like party pizza too. I'm like, I like regular, like if you order Domino's or Papa John's, I can eat that cold. But like Totino's party pizza, he inhaled it. He loves pizza. Yay, Sandra, I'm so glad that you caught our live. How is potty training going for Mark? Oh, I missed it. Scrolled up. Sorry, you guys. My throat is so dry. Is he feeling better from his ear infection? You know what was weird? Is he was screaming about that ear hurting. And then I took him to the urgent care. They wouldn't see us and all of that. And then ever since then, he's been totally fine. He hasn't complained at all of his ear. We never went back to the doctor. He seems completely fine. So I guess it wasn't an infection. Maybe there's a little bit of fluid on there. I don't know. But I'm just glad he seems okay. Potty training is going amazing. He hasn't been in a pull up or diaper in over a week. The hardest part is still poop. He's very freaked out about poop. He thinks that he'll say stinky, stinky, which I mean, it's gross, you know? And so he like holds it in and, then he starts to go in his pants and freezes and we're running him to the potty. It doesn't have it down at all. But pee, we've got down. Like he's going to bed completely in regular underwear, waking up dry. Last night, I think we must have forgotten to take him right before he went to bed. I know I took him close to bedtime. But at like 11 o'clock, I could hear him like fussing in his room, just not settled, and it hit me. I bet he has to go potty. And so he was half asleep and I'm like getting him up and carrying him to the bathroom. I sit him down on the potty and he just pees like half asleep. He peed on the potty and I put him in bed and then not another word. So he's coming to us asking to go to the bathroom. So he's doing great. Hey, Shannon. Reading through the attributes of God is so helpful. Yes. I love reading the attributes of God, the names of God. Um, that really does help when you're having a hard time. Yeah, muscle relaxer? Muscle relaxers I used to have to take with my herniated disc. I have a herniated disc in my back, and honestly, it hasn't really caused me a lot of trouble over the years. Before I had Nate, I would have my back go out all the time, but for some reason, it's gotten a lot better over the years. But I would take a muscle relaxer, and it would help my back, but it just made me feel so tired because it relaxes all your muscles, and it would just knock me out. Hey, Miss Joanne. Hello. Breaking news. What's the breaking news? Oh, okay. I'm so behind in the chat. I'm like, what's the breaking news? It's that I was telling you guys about Patreon. That was a long time ago. I'm really behind in the chat. Yes, exciting. I'm so excited about it. There's going to be 3 different tiers, like I said. There's one that's only $3 a month for and that's going to give you even like an extra video a week, even for $3 a month. When you move up to $5 a month, there's going to be lives and more fun stuff. And then $10 a month is the highest tier. And then that's when we're going to have some Zoom chats because I can't do Zoom with 89 of you. There's 89 of you right now. But we are going to do some Zoom calls with the $10 tiers. I'm going to give you guys shout outs. It's going to be so fun. And I'm going to put all of that money not only to help support our family during this hard time, but also to make my channel better. There's a lot of stuff that I pay out of pocket for. There's a lot of equipment and programs and software and licensing fees and all this stuff. And so this will allow me to just put it into the channel and not let the channel suffer right now when everything's crazy. So I'm really excited about it. You wish YouTube never had ads are annoying. Yeah, I know. So the ads are annoying. I get it. I totally get it. But if YouTube didn't have ads, then we wouldn't be able to do this. Like, there is so much that goes into making a channel. It's not just free for their creators, not to mention a lot of them, that's their full-time job. That's how they're supporting their family. So I totally get the ads are annoying, but it is needed. And also, I don't know if you guys know this, but if you have YouTube Premium, there you don't have to watch ads. I had it for a long time and I just canceled it. And so I'm really sad. Every time the ads come on, the kids are like, ah, I'm like, y'all, this is normal. Okay. We're not having ads for a little while. It's one way for us to save a little bit of money and we don't need it. But the YouTube premium is only like $11.99 a month and it is really fun. Yes, we have so many people on here tonight. I'm so excited. Okay. You don't have, yeah. Chicken salad chick, I think, is mainly, I know it started out in like Alabama and Georgia. It's really in the South and it's kind of coming up the East Coast, I think, but I don't think it's anywhere toward the West Coast. It needs to be, though. Their cookies are good. Everything I've had there has been good, but I keep getting the same thing because I'm so obsessed with it. And y'all, it's just delicious. Like I do not like chicken salad. Like anywhere I've ever had chicken salad, homemade, anywhere. I'm not a big mayonnaise person. And so I usually can taste the mayonnaise like a mile away. But I'm telling you guys, their chicken salad is totally different. There's so many different flavors and it's just delicious. And then the grape salad, whoever even heard of grape salad? It's so good. It's like grapes with like a sweet cream cheese kind of on it. And then it has like pecans and brown sugar. It's like a dessert. So good. Um, yeah, y'all gotta just be praying for some Alabama good news because we would love to move back to Alabama. As much as I love the weather here. The weather is so much milder in the summer, and then we love the cold weather, the snow and everything. You never know. We would love to be closer to family, truly. Okay, I've lost y'all again. Hallelujah. Okay, where are y'all? Um, yes. Hold on, I've messed you. I do not get headaches from fasting. Actually, my headaches have gotten a lot better since I've been fasting. I don't know if there's any correlation to that. It could be something else, but I don't get headaches from fasting. Now, if I have a terrible migraine and I think, well, maybe eating something will help, I'll eat something. Usually it doesn't help though. So yeah, they're horrible. Like I will literally be writhing around in bed. It's horrible. Um, yes, Sandra, that chicken salad chick opened in Cartersville, like, a couple months before we moved. So that's the first place I had it, because when it opened up, there would be a line. David stopped for me because I'm like, "There's this place called Chicken Salad Chick. I wanna try it." Was I pregnant? Or maybe I think I had just had Mark, and it opened up, like, right like, the month COVID hit. And so, he went and waited in line, like, forever. It's to be a drive-through, like, around the block, like, around the building, and that's the first time I had it. Oh, yeah, you have to find the medicine that's right for you. Like, it's hard to find because there's a lot of different kinds, and then there's different dosages. You have to kinda work with your doctor to figure out, what would work for you. My sister-in-law is a nurse, and she had some sort of, it's not shock therapy, it's some sort of procedure done. I need to ask her again about that. And she had horrible migraines, and it's made a big difference, with her. I forget what it was that she had done. Um, anyway, that's been a while ago. Let's see. Yay, Natalie, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for the prayers. Yeah, I feel like cottage cheese is like a love-hate thing. Some people really love it, some people really hate it. I'm picky about my cottage cheese. I don't like some brands because 'cause they're really slimy, and I only like the full fat cottage cheese, but it has a lot of protein, and I love it savory. A lot of people eat it sweet, like with, jam or fruit or something. I don't like it sweet. I don't like it sweet at all. I only like it savory. So with the pepitas and pistachios in there, I used to like scoop it with chips, like a dip. And then that avocado toast is like up there. So good. That's interesting, Kim. You had a lot of migraines and since you stopped eating sugar, you get very seldom get them. That's really interesting. I will say, I really do think my fasting has helped a lot. I know I'm refilling my prescription less than I was. I also think for some reason walking has really helped, and maybe it's just all of it combined. Um, but whatever is helping, I'm very thankful. Oh, thank you so much, you guys. When the migraines get really bad, David can tell you I don't do anything. Like, I can't even get my head out of the bed. Usually, though, I can get to it and stop it before it gets that bad. Um, but there are days. It hasn't happened in a while, but there are days where I literally, literally am writhing in bed, and there's nothing anyone can do, and you can't get away from it. It's horrible. And David's been like, "Do I need to go take you to the emergency room?" It's horrible. The sumatriptan makes you feel yucky, yeah. What's crazy, Katie, is the first time I took it, that's exactly how I felt. My head felt really hot, like a hot flash, and I felt kinda dizzy, but now I don't feel that at all, so I don't know. I'm glad, but at first I took it and I'm like, "I'm not gonna be able to take this. This is horrible." But now I don't get that, so it's weird. Um, Christine, I'm telling you guys, take a piece of toast, put some avocado on there, put a generous serving. I take avocado, smash it, and like put a little salt on there, spread it all over the toast, and then put a generous serving of cottage cheese. And then if you have it, hot honey, you could do regular honey too. I take hot honey and then I do a little sprinkle of red pepper flakes. And so you have this sweet, spicy, creamy, delish. It's so good. It kind of like hits every note. I'm telling you, she told me how good it was, and I thought, well, I'll try it. No, it is so good. I love it. Yeah, Mark is awesome. I'm really trying not to stress out about the pooping and the potty thing. It is what it is. Like, I keep telling myself, like, he will get it. He's not gonna go to second grade or something pooping in his pants. He's only 3. He's not even 3 yet. He's still 2. Okay, let's see. David says a recent study showed that pizza is ranked in the number one I think he means addictive food. Addictive food or additive food? I think he means addictive, and I would agree with that. Pizza is so good. What is it about pizza? It's the cheese, and I don't know. Yes, if you have a question, leave it, and then here we go. It just scrolled again. Okay. Mexican and pizza are 2 of your favorites. Same, same, same. I love Mexican food, I love pizza, and I love Asian food. Asian food may be my favorite. Where David and I met. We actually met online. Does anybody know that? I feel like we've talked about that in the past. We met online on christianmingle.com. Is it even called that anymore? Um, we met online, and it said we were like 96% compatible or something. And then we started talking, and we had there was a few friends in common we had because he went to Southeastern University in Florida. I had friends that went there. He's a couple years older than me. So, but still we had some common friends. And honestly, we just kind of knew pretty early on that we were like meant to be because we were so compatible. Like our families, when we met each other's families, it felt like they were so similar. Um, and that's been it ever since. Okay. Do you do sponsorship? I do some sponsorships. I've been really picky about them. I turn probably 90% of them down because I don't ever want to recommend something that I wouldn't use. However, I am working on one right now that'll probably be up in the next few weeks. That's going to be really cool to talk about. And so I really try to be particular with it and only work with brands that I really connect with. Um, and you guys just be praying for the good sponsors to email me because they really come in waves. Some months you get a lot of like really interesting ones that look good, and then sometimes they're really spammy. So we got to pray for the good sponsored videos to come because we could really use the good ones. Let's see. Where is Nate? He's in bed. The kids are asleep right now. Their bedtime is about between 8 and 8:30. Yes, ads. If once you have that YouTube Premium, I'm telling you guys, it's so hard to do without it. Like before I got it, I didn't know what I was missing. So, it was no big deal to watch ads. But now that I've gone off of it, I haven't adjusted yet. It is true. There are a lot of different ways to eat pizza. You can make it all different kinds of ways. Thank you so much, Jackie. Huntsville, yeah, we would love to. David's mom and dad don't live far from Huntsville, so that would be awesome. We actually have friends that pastor a church in Huntsville, and it looks like a really cool place. You make grape salad several times a year. I've never actually made it, and I found a recipe online that looks just like chicken salad chick, and so I want to try it, but I haven't yet. You don't like onions or celery. I don't know. I feel like chicken salad chick may have onions and celery. They are chopped up so fine. If they are, I haven't noticed them. And I'm also very picky about onions and celeries and chunks of stuff. It's not my thing. So they're so small chopped up. All I can taste is the chicken. So I'm not sure if they have it in there, but I totally get it. Like I do not like chunks of celery in anything. Onions either. Yes, being close to family would be one way to make this move less bittersweet is if we could be close to family. We've lived in Texas, which was really far from family. We lived in Georgia, which was a shorter distance, much shorter, about half of what it is here. And then we've lived here where, we're a trip away from family. And it's hard. We have a special needs child, and it's really hard to be in a city where you don't really have help. Like if there's an event at church, if there's, a doctor's appointment or something we both need to be at, it's just hard because we don't have a way to have care for Nate, have care for any of our kids really. So being close to family would be such a huge support for us. But God knows all this. So, yes. You can't do intermittent fasting, you have diabetes. I would definitely do what your doctor suggests, and I always recommend that. Like, don't ever start any kind of new lifestyle without talking to a doctor, especially if you have, health conditions and stuff. It's very important to where, you talk to them because they know you and your situation and the medicines you're on and all of that. Oh, Joanne, if you're still here, I know I'm very behind. I hope you guys have an easy night. I'm glad you were on. Thank you so much, Crystal and Jackie and everybody who's being so sweet. You need to lose weight. I do too. And it's a struggle. It is a struggle. I've noticed I've slept better too, and you're doing so good. 1 week and down 8 pounds. That's awesome. Um, Yeah, I've noticed a lot better sleep too, and I think it's because, like, I'm fasting during the day, and then we're eating kind of an early dinner, and so I'm going to sleep not completely full because it would be nothing on a normal night for me and David to have a snack before bed or stand up, sit up and eat ice cream or whatever, while we were watching TV once the kids go to bed. And then you go to sleep with that in your stomach, and I just have a hard time, like, you feel kind of blah. So I think that's really that, and just the energy levels and all that from fasting have really helped me sleep a lot better too. Okay, hold on. I've lost my place here. I've lost my place again, and I am so far behind. I've got to talk faster. Cottage cheese with black pepper and tomato. I think my mom said that she likes cottage cheese with tomatoes. I'm not big on tomatoes, but I could see where that would be good. Um, the texture. I don't mind the texture of cottage cheese, but I know that's something a lot of people can't get past. My husband would agree with you on the texture. I knew some people blend it up. Um, um, you love avocado toast with cream cheese. I bet that is good. That's okay, Tamara. I'm glad that you're here, and I hope you feel better and your back is better. She stopped eating bananas and yogurt. Huh. And she stopped getting migraines. I haven't noticed any correlation on foods I'm eating and the migraines. My migraines definitely seem like a rhythm. And they're very like hormonal. Like the first couple days before my period starts, I usually have a migraine, and it's pretty much consistent like that. That's also why I'm really hopeful that going off birth control, which I'm now officially off of it, I'm really hoping that that's going to help the migraines. My doctor is like, it could help, it could not. But I'm hopeful. I'm going to be hopeful about it. um, yes, the warm water helps me. See, some people say ice helps. Ice sometimes helps me, but the warm water, sitting in a warm bath and constantly like pouring water and like holding it over whatever side my head hurts. I don't know if it's like the blood rushes to your head. I don't know what it does, but it really does help me. And the other day, Lucy had a bad headache. I think she's gonna have headaches like me. Bless her heart. She had a bad headache, and I put her in a hot bath, and she felt a lot better. So there's something to it. We definitely need a place that has a Chick-fil-A. Yes, or at least one close by. That would be awesome. Definitely. Chick-fil-A is the best, right? Like it's so good. It's so good. Like Nate's favorite place. Besides pizza, that's his favorite place. Oh my. Your grocery store deli has the best pizza. I don't think our grocery store deli has pizza. I mean, our like Walmart has like the ones in the deli that you have to cook yourself, which they are pretty good actually. Wish you had Chick-fil-A in Canada. Me too. And yes, we have to have a Kroger. That would be the only crappy thing about moving to Alabama is there's not really Krogers. And at my Kroger deals, y'all. My Kroger deals. But I guess it would be worth it. I guess I could. They do have Aldi in Alabama. They don't have a lot of good grocery stores in Alabama, at least like where our parents live. They have Walmart. They do have Publix. I just feel like Publix is kind of expensive. They have Walmart, Aldi, and Publix, really. That's kind of it. Now, my mom says she can order from Kroger online because they have like a distribution center or something, but I don't think they can get the sales. And that's what I love about Kroger. So that would be sad. Yay, I'm so glad you're here, Alyssa. I'm so sorry I'm behind on the chat. I'm trying to catch up. You knew that Jamie was your one and only the day you met him. It was very similar for me and David. We knew very early on that we were going to be together. Thank you so much for praying, everybody. Was David already a pastor? He wasn't a pastor, but he was done with, he went to school in Southeastern University. He graduated and was working back at home, just like at a secular job, kind of looking for a ministry position. He had only been graduated, what, like a year or two? And when we met, I was still in nursing school. And so, when we had been only dating a few months, he got his kind of first ministry job. It was a very small, like, part-time thing, but he moved only mm, 45 to an hour away from where I was going to nursing school, and so we got to see a lot of each other, and it was a really, like, special time in our life to just be so close, only, like, in 45 minutes to an hour away. We would, like, hang out on the weekends, and we got to know each other really fast, and I would come drive over for church and help out a lot with the children's church, and he did the music, and it was just it was a very sweet time. And then we got engaged right before I graduated nursing school, and then we both moved to Birmingham, and we got married there. We lived near where my parents lived, not far from them. And I worked, and he taught at a Christian Bible school, like a high school. And then we got our job and moved to Texas. So it was kind of a whirlwind thing, but it was a really sweet time in our life. I gotta get some water, y'all. Does David intermittent fast too? He does. He doesn't do it usually as long as me. I'm psycho. I just love it so much. But he is doing it. Like a lot of times he'll skip breakfast, or have like a late lunch. A lot of times he'll do that. But he doesn't have the problem that I have. Like he can eat a normal size. This is my problem. If I start eating, like I have a small lunch, it like opens the door for me to want to snack all the time. Like he doesn't have that. Like he doesn't struggle with that. That is my struggle though. So if I can just not eat lunch, then I don't want the snacks. But once I start eating, like I just want to nibble on stuff, he can eat like a sensible lunch and then a sensible dinner and he's okay. So we're just different. But he is doing more of the intermittent fasting, just not quite as long. Let's see. Yeah, where is Kasori? I know, and I just bought the new air fryer. I'm like, man, maybe I should have messaged them and said, hey, y'all wanna it's so hard because like all of these sponsorships, they have like a certain time frame where they're paying people to do stuff at a certain time. It's very hard. Like I never just cold email brands. I know some people do that, but a lot of times they have different stuff they're trying to get. It's not like they have all this allocated money to pay at any given time. A lot of times, well, we're really pushing this product right now. And anyway, they have all these deadlines and stuff. And it's not one of my favorite parts of YouTube. I really like just talking to you guys, but it is cool because if it's something that I like and I can share and give you guys a good discount and make a little bit of money, it really does help out the channel. So that is you guys are so sweet. Okay, I've got to find where I am again. You met your boyfriend on Facebook. On your third date, you got COVID. Oh my gosh. You went to the hospital by ambulance. He stayed at my house and took care of my kitties. Yeah, that's when you know you have the good catch. David, when we first started dating, I was in nursing school. Like, there is no stress like that. He would come and like sit with me when I studied. Like, he would bring me food. He would sleep on the couch. I was so like, if you can love someone while they're going through nursing school, like you, you must really love them because that's a really hard time. And so I knew pretty early on he would take care of me so much. If I had a headache, he would like run to the store and get me medicine without me even asking. Those are the things like you look for because you know they're going to be a good husband, a good dad. You bought some lactated cottage cheese to try. Huh. I would try it. Definitely. An English muffin like a pizza. You'll have to let us know how that goes. Now I do eat cottage cheese in lasagna and that's delicious. So I could see it working. I really like cottage cheese, so I probably would like it. Okay. Cauliflower pizza. He liked it. I used to eat cauliflower pizza. I am not the biggest fan of cauliflower because I just don't like cauliflower and I can like taste it. Anything that's supposed to be like cauliflower rice, cauliflower pizza, cauliflower this, I just don't really like. But there was this one recipe I had that you grate cauliflower, like raw cauliflower, and you mix it. I forget what you mix it with. This is a long time ago, but it was a really light recipe, and that one tasted pretty good. I think you mix it with cheese or something, but it's good if you like it. That's a good way to get some veggies in, you know. Hmm. Yeah. So today, yeah, David did really good. Like today, he did eat breakfast, but then he didn't eat anything else till dinner, you know? So it's not as easy. And he's learning too, like, it's not as easy when you're at home, when you're busy and you're, active and stuff. When you're sitting around kind of bored at home, it is a lot harder to not snack. Mm. You got your final grades for your master's degree. That's an awesome GPA. Congratulations. Hello, everyone. Okay, I've got to get back to where I am. Everybody's saying hi. Um, oh, Chick-fil-A open here on Thursday. Oh, that's so exciting for you. I really love having Chick-fil-A. It's a good place to just go, let the kids play, or just kind of hang out. It's a good vibe in there. I do count well, my coffee, if it's just black, this is very controversial. So I would say do what works for you. Not everybody has the same opinion. I follow the Jen Stevens philosophy with just clean fasting where you don't take in anything. Like you can have black coffee, black tea, and water. That's it. And I have noticed a big difference in when I clean fast, whether if I have some creamer in my coffee, what the whole premise is, not that the calories matter that much, is that your body, even if it's sugar-free syrup or any kind of flavoring, your body will release some insulin because it thinks you're getting sugar. So once it releases insulin, that's going to lower your blood sugar and then you're going to get hungry. So I have noticed that's true for me. Now some people can drink it. They don't have any cravings. Like David a lot will have coffee with creamer because he's very new to coffee and he couldn't like just have black. Like he's not there yet. And so I'm like, you know what? If this is going to help you fast and this is like it's still better than nothing. But for me, I notice it makes it a lot harder if I have any kind of flavoring or sugar substitute or anything. So I just black coffee, but everybody's different. So um let's see. Do they have a fries? Like I don't know if you're talking to me, a Fry's like a grocery store. I think that is also a Kroger. I think that's a in with Kroger because Kroger has all different kinds of names. I think Fry's is one of them, and they don't have that either. Your dad would put cold washcloths on your neck when you had a migraine. Aw, that was so sweet. That is sweet. That's a sweet memory. I wish you had at Aldi too. Aldi is awesome. Um, your husband doesn't like Chick-fil-A. Oh my gosh. We are all obsessed. Huntsville has 3 Krogers. Okay, and a Trader Joe's. Wow, I didn't know that Huntsville had Krogers. That's good to know. I know that where David's mom and dad live in Florence, they don't have Krogers, but that's not that far. Maybe they'll get one. Maybe it's coming. Oh man, you've never been to Kroger, Aldi, Publix, Costco, HEB. Oh man. Oh, bummer on that. Yeah, the new air fridge, we still love ours too. David had it in his office, um, and it looks really nice too. I loved that spot. I loved that company to work with. They were really awesome. Do you love someone while going through ministry? Yeah, we're stuck together now. We've been through thick and thin, good times and bad. Aw, thank you guys. Have you tried the broccoli tati? Yes, I used to eat those all the time, and I stopped buying them because they're so expensive right now. If I find them on a good sale, I'll definitely pick them up. I really do like them. The broccoli tots are really good. Yeah, when you're at home and you're bored, definitely a good time to snack. Yeah. Oh, it's so hard not to. I really try to keep myself busy. And now that I'm used to it, I'm used to fasting all day. It's not as bad, but a lot of times I would look forward to lunch because it would be like my break, I would put Mark to bed. I would have a little bit of time before Nate got home and I would sit down and eat lunch. It was like my time. And so when I started fasting lunch, I really felt like I was missing that time. And now I try to do something else, make myself a cup of coffee, read a book, do something for me because I started really missing that. But yeah, it's really easy to snack when you're at home and bored for sure. Oh, yeah, black coffee. Everybody always asks me, how have you in the world have you started drinking black coffee? I promise you guys, I did not start drinking coffee of any kind until I was in college. I always thought it tasted terrible. And then I started drinking those really sweet cappuccinos, like from the gas stations, they're like so sweet. I would drink those and I like those. So then I started drinking like at home, if I put like a ton of creamer and a ton of Sweet and Low or Splenda or whatever in there, then I could drink it. I mean, I would put like 4 packs of Sweet and Low or something crazy, Splenda, I don't know which one, in there. It would be so sweet. But I started drinking it like that. So I'm telling you, I can't believe I can drink black coffee now. It's shocking. But really how it happened was I just for a while, I just started lowering the amount of sugar in there. I don't know, like, I just would put less creamer, kinda got used to it, and now, honestly, sometimes I will get myself a regular coffee, like, in my eating window, and I'll put creamer in it. Like, I'm gonna treat myself, I'm gonna have a good coffee, and I cannot drink it. Like, I'm so used to black coffee now, like, the creamer feels thick in there, it's a different texture. But I really do say it's like when you change to Diet Coke and you only drink Coke, you feel like I will never like this, but your tastes really do change. So never say never. Um, it was an adjustment period though. I remember the first few times I had black coffee, I thought it was very bitter. But yes, Darlene, I really love Ryan too over here. He does a lot of shorts. Um, and Jackie is my favorite, but Ryan's cool too. And I really love his he's been through different things. Like I know he's been like done like carnivore where he ate a lot of meat and stuff, but now he seems like back on the moderation train, which is the train I like to be on. So I really enjoy his videos. He seems like they seem like a really cool family too. Um, Hannaford. I've never heard of that. And I've heard of Shaw's, but I think I've heard of it on YouTube. Walmart and Sam's. Everybody has Walmart and Sam's, right? Like I feel like everybody has Walmart. Safeway. I do love me some Trader Joe's. I love Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's and Whole Foods. Ooh, Whole Foods that's expensive, but they probably have some cool options in there to walk. I love to walk. I'm really lame, and I like to walk around grocery stores. I know y'all are shocked. Not really, because you see all my grocery hauls. I think it's so fun to like see different products and see what sales are on. I love going through like the produce at Whole Foods just to see like the different stuff they have. That's really interesting to me. And I miss HEB. Like when we lived in Texas, HEB. Oh my gosh. I don't see Jen on here, but HEB is just it's a whole like I tell people like where do we need to visit when we're visiting San Antonio and I give them a list of all of our favorite restaurants and then I say and you have to go walk around in HEB. That's probably only something I would enjoy, but I think it's really cool. All right, let's see. Good night, Patty. Would you recommend fasting for someone that's diabetic? I would definitely check with your doctor first. And I would also suggest you watch Dr. Jason Fung over on YouTube. He is a nephrologist. He treats diabetic patients and he puts them on intermittent fasting, long fast. But again, you want to do that with a doctor. It's not something you want to play around with. If you're taking insulin and stuff like that, it can get real dangerous. So definitely talk to your doctor about it, but he's had amazing success treating his diabetic patients. He says that if he puts a diabetic patient on insulin, it's guaranteed they're going to gain weight because insulin makes you gain weight. What lowers insulin? Fasting. That's what lowers insulin. That's what naturally lowers insulin. And so for the regular person that doesn't have diabetes, when we eat something, insulin kicks in because our blood sugar goes really high after we eat something. This is like layman's terms of how I understand it. Go watch his videos. But say you eat a candy bar, say you eat anything, you're going to release insulin. A normal, healthy body is going to release insulin to bring that blood sugar down. Well, you have all this excess sugar and your body's going to store it as fat to just process it. And that's a very layman's terms. Um, so anyway, he has a lot of information about that. He has a lot of information about fasting, really common sense stuff about people think if you fast, well, you're going to go into starvation mode. That is not true. If we just think logically about it, say you start storing firewood for winter. Okay. You're storing firewood all summer, you're storing firewood. And then winter comes, and instead of using the firewood, you start cutting up your furniture and throwing it in the fire. Like you would never do that. Your body is smart. God has made your body smart. You store fat for emergency situations when you need it. And so your body is not stupid. It's not going to have all this easy to access stored fat and then start breaking down muscle. It's not going to do that. And so he has some really good common sense stuff that when you think about it, you're like, duh, like, obviously. So anyway, I would definitely recommend his channel. And he's really interesting to listen to. All right. Let's see. Sierra Schultz's videos. I'll have to check her out. I've never heard of her. Let's see. You guys are my people. If you like grocery shopping, you're definitely my people. Yes, absolutely. Definitely check with your doctor before you try anything, especially if you have any sort of health condition because they know you, they know your medicines and all of that. Never start anything without consulting a doctor. Thank you guys for all the love. You have so many, Christine, so many grocery stores. You are living in the right place. Okay, I'm caught up. And yes, Miss Judy, HEB is the best. I miss it so much. I miss the homemade tortillas that Texas and San Antonio have. We don't have anything like that. And the avocados that they have there, so good. Yeah, Dr. Jason Fung has good books. He wrote The Obesity Code. It is very technical. If you want technical, that book is very, like his videos, I feel are a little bit more layman's terms. If you want some resources that are way more layman's terms than that, I would recommend Jen Stevens. Her books are very easy to understand. She has a very good way of taking scientific information and putting it in like terms everybody can understand. Yes, HEB is all over Texas. Yes, it is. And it is so, so good. 2 HEBs in your area? Oh, the tortillas from their bakery, the best. The best. Hey, Christy, I'm so glad you stopped to say hi. Hello, hello. It's so good to see you. If you guys ever go through Texas, go to HEB. Just walk around in there. Check out the tortillas and all the produce. It's so fun. I'm so glad you guys are enjoying the daily vlogs. Hello, guys. If you have any final thoughts, we're going to end here in just a few minutes. It's almost 10 and my voice is getting very tired, but this has been so fun. Like, this is exactly what I needed, just to hang out with you guys and chit chat for a little while. I know. J. Morrell posts the most amazing grocery outlet. What she call it? Sharp Saver or something? I wish I had that too. Now, we have about an hour from here that awesome bargain outlet, but it's hit or miss and it's an hour away, so I don't go that much. But J. Morrell's looks cool. David and the kids are doing great. Everybody's doing great. David's been on the chat, and he's keeping watch out there to make sure nobody gets out of the bed. Oh, you got to shop at Sharp Saver. Hey, Jen Chapin's on. Hey, girl. It's been a long time. I keep watching your videos, but I haven't talked to you in forever. Nate and Lucy do a taste test. That would be fun. That would be fun. I love getting to see my kids grow up on YouTube. It's been so fun to go back and watch. I feel like this is like home movies on steroids, you know? I love seeing home movies of when me and my brothers were growing up. But they're gonna have so many to watch. Their kids are gonna be like, I get to watch their everyday life, you know? It's so cool. And I can go back and just reminisce about what it was like when they were little and cry. Yes. Every small town has a Walmart, right? Like, a lot of times that's where you're stuck shopping. Our Walmart is pretty good, and I feel like they vary. Like, some Walmarts don't have good produce, some do. Ours here has been pretty good. I've been shopping at Walmart a lot just because they have the pickup, and then it's just that one-stop shop, you know? So, Nate do a taste test? I don't know. I think he might if it was the right thing. Um, we'd have to get creative. If we did pizza, I don't know, he may just wanna eat all the pizza. I don't know how we could get him to rate it. Piggly Wiggly. Yes, I know about Piggly Wiggly. Oh, man. You have a grocery outlet. The grocery outlets are cool. Nate does amazing graphic design. It's crazy. Right now, I told you guys he's into the Russian alphabet. How does one get into Russian alphabet? He's hilarious. Yes, the Walmart delivery saves so much time. I wish we had that when my babies were little because, I mean, when they were newborns, I just either David would go and call me 100 times, or I would, like, strap them to me because Lucy would not take a bottle, so I could hardly leave her, and I would just strap her to me and have to shop. Like, if we had grocery pickup when my newborn like, with my big kids were newborns, it would have been a game changer. Nate is 10. Nate is so crazy about, like, he loves the alphabet, he loves countries, so it's I can kinda see how we've gotten there, but he, like, does all this graphic work of the Russian alphabet. He's obsessed with it, and I'll ask him how to say stuff in Russian, and he'll tell me. And the other day, he was just saying I could tell he was talking in a different language, and I said, "Nate, what language are you talking?" And he said, "Russian." Like, "Mom, like, get with the program, it's Russian." I'm like, "Okay." Yeah, if we had grocery pickup when our kids were babies, it would have been I mean, I can't even imagine how convenient it would be. We didn't even know such a thing was possible. We just had no idea. Ah, what's now? It's reminding me about the call with the no caller ID. I'm sure we all need to know about that. So I talked a little bit about this, but I'll hit on it again. I have been off my birth control pills over a week now. So I feel like it hasn't been long enough to really know, but so far I have not had a migraine. So if you missed that part of the vlog, we are done having babies. David had the procedure done to stop us from having babies. We checked to make sure all was clear, and I went off my birth control. Now, my doctor said sometimes that helps with hormonal migraines, and sometimes that doesn't help. I'm very hopeful. Somebody say good night. Good night, Haley. Um, However, I'm very hopeful because before we had Lucy, I was having such bad Okay, yes, I will, honey. Just 1 second when I stop talking about migraines, and then I'm gonna tell the breaking news, and then we're gonna go. Um, what was I saying? Okay, so my OB said stopping the birth control could help, or it could not help, or it can make it worse. But I'm very hopeful because before we had Lucy, I was having really bad migraines. We went off birth control pills. It's one of the reasons she's here, and my migraines stopped. And during my pregnancies, I don't have migraines usually, not very often. So I'm hopeful you guys help me pray that they will leave. It's one of the main reasons that we had this procedure done for David because I was having such bad migraines. And we're done with having kids and but okay, you guys, one more time I'm going to tell you watch tomorrow's video. You know what? Because I love you guys, don't go anywhere. I don't know if you can still see me. I'm going to link it in the chat if you wanna get an early sneak peek. Let's see. I have a Patreon page. Oh, it'll let me sign in. I'm still here. I don't know if it went off. I have a Patreon page, and it's going to be I don't know if it's gonna let me sign in. It's going to be talked about in tomorrow's vlog, and there's gonna be more content. If you sign up, you'll get bonus content. And I'm gonna go ahead and link it. If you wanna be looking at it, if you wanna sign up now, you can. Oh, I should have already had this ready, you guys. I am so sorry. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Link, link. Am I linking it? Let me try. Um, this really will help out my channel a lot more than just the ad revenue. And it'll be fun. Is this a link? Okay, I'm going to try something and see if it's a link. It's not linking it, is it? Okay, hold on. Y'all, see, I'm trying to help y'all. Okay, let's try it again. It will be linked to tomorrow's video if I can't get it to link now. Is that a link? Okay. If you want to check out my Patreon page, YouTube doesn't allow links. I think it will if it's me. Um, Anyway, if it doesn't work in the chat, you can always wait till tomorrow's video. It will be up under my video tomorrow. But if you want to check out my Patreon page, there's some really cool things we're going to do. We're going to do, thanks so much, Jen. We're going to do bonus content, bonus videos, bonus chats, all this stuff. I really tried to make it affordable, no pressure at all. At all, at all, at all. If you don't want to sign up, we will still have normal videos on my channel. I'm still going to go live on my regular channel. But this is just a way to have some bonus content go up and to make a little bit extra money as we're going through so much stuff right now, with David's job change and all of that. So you guys are awesome. And I appreciate you for even checking it out. And if you have new ideas, like you can look at the tiers and kind of see what you think. I'm open to suggestions. If you want, maybe we could do something different. Maybe I could add some different stuff. So absolutely. I wanted to share to you guys first because you're on this live. I have had so much fun hanging out with y'all. So much fun. And I really appreciate it. We will do it next week. I will get with David and find a good day that works for everybody. So I'll try to tell you on the vlog, and I also try to tell you on the community tab. Make sure that you're subscribed and you hit notifications, turn those on the little bell. And that way, when I go live, it should notify you. It'll probably either be Tuesday or Thursday next week, but I'll try to let you know. So I love you guys so much. You guys mean the world to me. Talk to you later. See you tomorrow. Bye, guys.